gonna try. But I hope this works.
I hope you're not on airplane mode.
Seriously. Enough with the
All right.
airplanes.
We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time.
A long ride. Let's check this out. Let's see how we look. I'm gonna get a little closer to you. Gotta feel the love. Gotta feel the love.
All right. So welcome to our final episode.
The final
Say it every
countdown.
time. We will not be here next Friday. Dave already told me. And for holiday purposes. And for the following Friday was not going to work either because I have a holiday party to go to. So we're down to Mondays, guys, for the rest of probably the rest of December. It looks like. What do you think?
Could be possible.
This 23-year-old.
Oh. A lot of things going on over here. Double checking to make sure we're live everywhere we are.
Come on. Let's see. Do we have anybody you turned on there so we get the any messages today?
Let's get the message chat going over here too.
I thought
the chat. That's not the chat. No.
They moved it.
Yeah, they moved. I think this is it here. I hope it's right there. All right. I think we
Comes
are.
the finger.
I think we are live everywhere. I hope that we are. Thinking we are.
Checked it.
Okay.
All right, what time is it?
You froze me.
Hey, you like that? I did that on purpose.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Team Powerhouse Show. Oh, my God.
I got it. Relax. Oh, no.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Intro to Crypto podcast. I said Team Powerhouse. Intro to Crypto with Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. It is Friday. Shabbat Shalom to everybody out there. Thank you so much for being a part of our show and joining us to learn about crypto and what's happening. A lot's been going on over the last week or so.
Really? I thought it was dead.
It's been dead, but not
just
dead.
dead.
It's been dead on the value market wise, but it's been a lot of things happening in the background. And we talked about, you and I, about this whole podcast kind of intro, is the Back to the Future. I feel like it's history repeating itself, but we just didn't know it because we weren't a part of the history part, you know. And I did a little quick correlation over here, and I'm going to read this over here because it may sound better if I read it out loud. Back to the Future wasn't.
Read it to yourself. I'll talk to them. You read it to yourself.
Back to the Future wasn't about a car. It's about a message. The future is already written. From sneakers to The Simpsons to Tesla's theories, the clues have always pointed toward a single idea: technology that collapses time and distance. And that technology today goes by the name XRP. What if the future wasn't coming? What if it's already here? From sneakers to Simpsons to Nikola Tesla himself, the clues have been on the wall for decades. And today, every trail leads to one technology built to collapse time, distance, and money. XRP. Let's go back to the future.
Okay, that was nice, David.
You like
was
that?
Really nice. Yes.
That felt like the whole.
We have enough reading.
Okay.
We have enough
So
reading for right now because
absolutely. I agree.
I feel like it's like child's.
Well, it was the intro.
Story time.
It's the intro to crypto. It's all about what we're talking about here. It's the future. It's what's happening. It's what's been happening.
Yeah.
And what is going on. I want to make sure that never miss someone in the chat. Okay, we should be live on the chat. If you're out there and you're listening, please let us know the chat is working. They changed my whole restreaming thing around, so I have to find things and what's going on the computer here. So if you're out there, you're listening, please give us a like, a smash, and a hello, wherever you are in the world watching this show. And of course, we have to let you know, nothing we talk about here is financial advice. This is education 101, crypto 101, digital assets, the future of the world, which is happening right before your eyes, whether you know it or not, whether you feel it or not, whether you believe it or not. If you're convicted.
You know, this sort of reminds me when I had real little kids, you know, when they were like 5 years old.
Yes.
I remember saying to my wife, I literally said it to my wife, I would love to just have a snapshot of what they're going to look like at 20 or 25 years of age.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just to
Absolutely, Lenny.
know what that is.
I think it's a guy thing, by the way.
Is it?
I think so. I had the same conversation with my wife. Similar
Really?
to that. Yeah. Because I couldn't. You finish your story first.
No. That's okay.
Just that
No. That's
I
all
couldn't
good.
wait to talk to them and not just enjoy the baby time. And you're thinking about the fact you're 25. You're thinking about the future.
And I wanted to know what they looked like. You know,
Right.
like what are they going to? Because you, even when they were in front of you and you see a baby, you just can't understand. And I find that to be very similar to almost like XRP right now.
That's a good point.
You know,
Good analogy, a lot.
like we're sitting here and we're talking about a baby.
Yes.
XRP is a baby
It is a baby.
because it's in, you know, it's just hitting, it's just coming.
It's
Where
like
it's going to be in 20 years from now is going to be light years
where it's going to
from
be
where we're at.
5 years from now.
But a 5-year-old is not what I wasn't looking for. I wasn't looking for a 3-month-old to a 5-year-old. I was looking for a 3-month-old to where were you going to be at 20.
So it's almost like in dog years because every year 7 years, right?
That's one way to look at it.
I'm XRP in 5 years is going to be 35 years old. Yeah, it's that 5 times 7. Yeah, it's going to be in 5 years 35 years
Well,
old.
the way things are moving, I agree with you because it is it's crazy how things are flying.
It's mind-boggling to see and to be a part of the history in the making. Where were we 2 years ago when it talked about no such thing as crypto being the limelight of the Congress and the Senate and the president? We got Nurple, 88 miles an hour, with you 100%. I like that. That's pretty good. Nurple, that's a good one. I like that too. And I like 88 miles an hour. Like speed, the speed of light.
Was 88 miles an hour something to do with the movie too?
I think it was.
I think it was.
Nurple, that's good stuff, man. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It had to hit 88 miles an hour in order for time travel. And I really believe, this may sound crazy.
You and I were talking about this.
Yes.
You and I had the whole conversation because we're seeing all these things in reality that we don't know how these people that are running the XRP, what do we call them? These guys that predict the future come up with some of these predictions that they're coming up with. You could talk about that because that's a really good thing, like the Back to the Future.
Well, let's just go into what we mentioned a little before, that there's historical movies, historical things that have been happening in like some subliminal messages. You know, you have something like thank you, Nurple says exactly 100%. It's like there's historical things that have happened in the movies, like Sneakers, like The Simpsons, and like some other. I bet you
like Snake Eyes. Well, let's talk about Charlie Kirk. I mean that was crazy. I mean, so are we living in a matrix? That's my question. Are we living in a matrix?
I definitely believe that there is a Back to the Future car of some sort. And I definitely believe there are very specific people who have access to this vehicle that are going or have gone back in the future and are back here and they're talking about things and making these happen. Nurple, there is something spiritually supernatural about the entire wealth transfer. Agree with you 100%. And and we don't want to call this conspiracy theorist type thing. There's an actual valid visual and presence about what's happening. They didn't when they have in these movies the XRP logo there and talking about these kind of things here, but you're not paying attention to because you're watching a movie.
Right.
And then how many years later, 30 years, 40 years later, bam, you have XRP in the limelight of the world. My buddy called me up there. He goes, XRP's in Times Square. Intelligent design. It's definitely, and that's a play on words, intelligent design, like intelligence. Yeah, I agree with that. I like that a lot. That's well stated. The Looking Glass, absolutely. Good call, buddy. I love that you're on this. Really good. Where in the world are you, Nurple? If you could please share with us as well. We love knowing where all our people are. We have got so many YouTubers, followers from anywhere from Belarus to United Kingdom to Australia. We love, and also all over the United States. I love knowing we're talking to people, what time of day is where you are as well. But there's so much happening with XRP. I mean, the fact that XRP has just become an ETF, where 2 years ago, XRP was laughed at if you talked about the idea of it being something of importance in the future. Like you said, you're buying XRP. and people that you're wasting money, right?
And it's not just one ETF; it's 5 ETFs.
So here is, may I say,
Yeah,
Mike
okay.
bought the ETF from Bitwise from XRP,
Yep.
which we also learned is controlled by or held by Coinbase.
Coinbase is doing the they're the custodian for it.
Yep. Ohio's in the house with Triple Nurple. Thank you so much,
very
buddy.
nice. But I said I want to bring this into Dave just to let the viewers know exactly what you're getting into. It's funny. We've been buying XRP.
Yes.
Do we get any documentation on that?
No document.
None.
It's funny. My father always made that thing. It's, what are you buying? You can't show. You don't have any paper for that. I'm like, well, I do have paper if I want it, but it's just like how many people have stocks have paper for it? Whoever said, here's my stock paper. You might get in the mail the ability to vote for something, but who's getting the actual paper?
Well, I got the paper.
You got the paper.
Here's the paper. This came in the mail. But I said to Dave, I go, let's just take a look at this thing just to see, this is almost like government. You have something that's so pure and so good as XRP, and look at all the regulations and the stuff, and spelling everything out for this thing. It's mind blowing.
Yes.
How you can have something, and then there's fees obviously on this on an annual basis that you have nothing when it's on your XRP sitting on your cold storage wallet.
That's right.
So the big boys are making money, with some of these ETFs. But it was very interesting. It almost like, it's funny because they go through and tell the whole story of XRP.
Yes.
That we all know about, but they're telling you about how there's only 100 billion XRP. They will never create any more.
Yes.
They talk about custody. Besides Coinbase, they also will have storage. Cold storage for for it. So they're talking a lot about stuff. Obviously, we already know because we're in it, but I was just fascinated by how damn big this damn book is.
And how many people who are actually going to buy the ETF are going to read this?
They're not. I wouldn't have read this if I wasn't interested.
Passionate.
Interested more to see the difference and to
yeah.
have a conversation about
Yes.
it today and
Right.
do that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Triple Nurple, I believe the new unified ledger is already running parallel, just waiting on the switch of the flip of the switch. We agree with you 100%. It's a matter of one day we wake up and they just flip the switch. And we're like, oh my God, but I was going to buy some more yesterday. I wish I bought more yesterday, right? It's like that whole, I was buying airline tickets for a flight and you waited that next day to buy it because you got tired, you got complacent, whatever it was. And all of a sudden, the next day you woke up and you went to buy the airline tickets and it was $200 more for the airline tickets. Well, that's what's going to happen with the XRP 100% for sure. The question is, when is that switch of the flip of the switch going to happen?
Well, it seems like with, everywhere I'm hearing it, it started with Jake talking about the Japanese carry trade.
Yes.
It seems like that's spreading throughout. I'm hearing that around. Everybody's talking about now the yen carry trade. Everybody's talking about it.
Yes.
Talking about it. You're hearing it even on mainstream stuff nowadays, which is sort of funny because
it is very interesting how it's almost like the media is always several months behind of what's really happening.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? And we're in real estate. I'm a real estate agent and he's a mortgage broker. And by the time it comes to the news, whatever is actually happening in real life, later on, 6 months later, you hear about it as if it's present day.
Yeah.
But it's already happened. My wife, who's an amazing woman, Valerie, and we had this light conversation last night. And she kind of came up and she said,
I'm dying to hear this, Dave, because you didn't finish it.
Well, we're sitting on the couch and she kind of looks at me. She goes, so you talk about XRP all the time, but she never wants to hear about it because she always says, but she goes,
tell me when it's hit.
Well, tell me when it's hit. She goes, what if it goes to $10? Then what happens? I go, well, then we have more money in our account because it's not $2, it's $10. But she goes, is that when you sell it? And I said, it's a great question. Each person is going to have their own kind of timeline when they feel they should sell it or not. And maybe they live off of it. She's like, what do you mean? I go, well, most people have 401ks. We all have a 401k, money in your 401k. right? And you say to yourself, when I'm going to be age of 65 or 70 years old, whatever that number is going to be based on what you can afford to live on, you're going to then, at that point, have money that's associated every month to live off that money, right? And the same idea is exactly what we look at when it comes to XRP. So like what, and I said to her, I said, as it goes up, it's going to come back down a little bit because people are going to get to a point where they go, okay, I'm selling. And if they come down a little bit, it's going to go back up like the stock market, like stocks do. It gets to a point where stocks, whether it's Google or Apple or Amazon or IBM or whatever the different ones are, QQQ, they do these elevator things, right? These momentums, but it gets to the point where it gets higher and higher and higher, and that's what XRP will do.
So what did you tell her?
So I said to her, I said, listen, the plan.
I'm dying to hear.
The plan is to live off your XRP. I said, people ask Jake all the time, Jake Klaver, how much do I need in order to live off that amount? I explained to her that, Jake will say, well, how much do you have? And I'll say, I have, I've got 1,000 XRP. He goes, well, how much money do you need to live off per month? And then I says, I need 30,000. Then he starts doing the calculations. Well, when the XRP gets to 589, which it will, he said, without question, at that point, you'll be able to make 25 to 30,000 a month on your XRP using, let's say, 5% interest. And so she was like, well, so when will we have? I said, honestly, it's one of those things where time will tell. And I think that we got Turple Nipple. The Riddler says overnight. I love it. And we have WeGo Tissues 5486 12.6 flip the switch. That's tomorrow. Hey, WeGo Tissues. I'm in. Loving that idea for tomorrow. And Turple Nurple, you think 12.6 issues? My gut is telling me 12.19. Okay. I'm in on 12.19 too. I love them both.
We've only been waiting 5 years, guys.
I mean,
what's another week or two?
I honestly, so we started doing some math, you and me. We're talking about this, 34 billion left in circulation, right? 34 billion left in circulation. We've gone through.
No, it was 34 that they still have, right? That
30 that we can still buy.
34 billion that's being controlled by Ripple.
Right. But still available to buy, right? So there are even 34, 38, let's just say 38 billion. 34. So we just hit 1 billion sales of XRP through what, 3 or 4 ETFs?
Yeah.
We just went through 1 billion XRP
in less the 11th
in less than a month, which was about 2 weeks. Okay.
Yep.
So you got 2 weeks of XRP, or 3 weeks of XRP hitting 1 billion.
Yeah.
Well, let's do some quick math, which I'm not really good on top of my head, but obviously if there's 34 billion.
Well, I get half of that though, Dave.
I
get half. Okay. I bought $500 million.
Right. $500 million. Right. So my point is, like, you're talking about 1 billion. If it's 1 billion a month, that would be 34 months would be all the XRP's gone, right? But it's not a month, it's 2-3 weeks. And we only gone through 3 or 4 ETFs right now from XRP. What about that 15 other ones that are coming out?
Yeah.
I mean, 2026 is going to be a mind-blowing year. Let's see. Blazing Bandit, welcome back, my friend.
Blaze.
Locked in escrow. And Turple Nurple says, Blazing Bandit, loves it. And WeGo Tissue says, yep, 12.6 is the riddles. And Blazing Bandit says, only unlock 1 billion a month and ready, lock whatever is not sold back into escrow at the end of the month. Turple Nurple, we can't predict the market multiplier. We can't.
Well, we just got the billion that was released, and they locked up 700 million back.
Yeah.
And sold 300 million.
But the point is, we're going through these XRP now really fast. They're getting purchased up so fast with what's happening with these ETFs. So the math is very simply there.
But Dave, why is it still so cheap? That's my question.
Why is it so cheap?
Why is it still 202?
It's the $1 million question, because it wants us to give the ability to buy a little more. That's the answer, the best answer. And how about the fact?
Or is it being manipulated? Is it being manipulated and kept artificially low?
I definitely, there's manipulation happening until there won't be manipulation anymore, because it'll be
eventually you can't be. And eventually, when it's fully adopted, the manipulation would never be able to happen.
WeGo Tissues, I just want to run. We want to run to you, my friend. We want to run. We all want to run. XRP Army, right? We all want to run and run fast and run hard. But just think about it. So now I'm telling my wife, And Purple Nipple says, biggest ETFs ever.
Yep.
It's just the beginning. So I'm telling my wife, I'm trying to explain to her like this process. You know, I said to her, listen, in 5 years, our lives will be different. And if you have 1,000 XRP, you're unbelievable. Some people have maybe 10,000, some people even more. But the point is, if you have 1,000 or better, your goal is, each person's goal is different, right? So maybe it's 100, maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 500, you know. But if you can say to yourself that an XRP could be worth, you know, what sounds crazy to say that $500. I mean, we can't get to $10 yet, right? So here we're talking about 500, maybe at 10.
I know, but I mean, all I keep thinking about is what about all the people that had Bitcoin at $1 and $2, and you know they were laughed at saying, "Oh, when it gets to 500," and here we now at 100,000, 120,000 before the pullback.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know, I'm sure nobody ever thought Bitcoin when it was $1 was ever going to go to those prices.
Nobody ever saw it happening because it was not even a real thing back then. Back then, it was like the pizza guy, right?
Yeah.
We bought pizza. He was able to buy pizza with his Bitcoin, right? And that's what it was back then. It was like the ability to have some kind of another dollar, another value to use towards buying something with it. Today, it's not about that anymore. Today, it's like liquid gold. That's the best way I can think about it. So with all this being said, there's so many things happening with this XRP stuff as you all watching and listening, but you're all going, what's going on? Why isn't it going up? I really believe that it's not going up for the reasons of it. It's allowing, for the first time in the world, for little people like us, ones who are learning about it, and one who are talking about it. Another thing my wife always says, why do you keep talking about it so much? What's the point of talking about it? I go, well, the more people that learn about it have the more opportunity for people to buy it and learn about it, to be a part of the future. When you have 10% of the entire world involved in crypto, it's a very small amount of people. You know,
Do we have 10%?
I think it's somewhere in the ballpark of 10%. I mean, we can look that up. We got Triple Nipple with rockets, and Blazing Bandit says last cycle ETH went from 500 to 5K. Bitcoin went from 3K to 69K. What do you think comes next? I've never been more excited ever before. Blazing Bandit, we are 100% with you. It's like the anticipation is like so exciting. It's so exciting, and yet so like I keep saying, I'm going to buy 10 more. I'm going to buy 10. I'm going to buy 100. I'm going to buy 50. Because I just know that when he goes out, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I bought 10 more back in the day, right? Like
Jake says he's going to buy it till $50.
I just, when I buy it, I get excited. I'm just buying a little bit. It's like I feel like I'm buying gold. Like I feel like I'm buying gold. That's what I feel like I'm buying. I never bought gold before. You know, I didn't buy gold. As a matter of fact, when I was buying ETFs or stock or 401k, that, you know, you're a financial advisor, says, listen, put this money in, and over the next 20 or 30 years, you'll have a retirement, right? So all of us are looking forward to that retirement, not to retire necessarily, but to start enjoying life a little differently, smart, right? Got to be smart about how we enjoy life and what we're going to do with them. Are we going to go and, you know, destroy our lives? Because that's a bad way to think about how to do things. You need to start to think about how are you going to live your life? What are you going to do? Where are you going to put your money? How are you going to let yourself live off that income? So you're not going to go and buy a Lamborghini, Maserati. Anybody can buy that. A Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or some, you know, banana boat kind of thing going on over here. And you're going to burn all your. You're going to have some fun for sure, but you got to be smart about it. Make a plan. Let's see. Blazing Bandit, you can stop a tsunami. You better learn. You can't stop a tsunami. You better learn fast. Absolutely, Blazing Bandit. And Purple Nurple, I've never been wealthy before. I'm trying to humble myself so I don't make emotional mistakes. Exactly.
Nice.
And again, I've never been wealthy before. I've been, you know, at the position where I'm happy because work's coming in, right, and I have business happening, and that for me is wealth because it makes me feel comfortable to know that I can pay my bills. So there's some wealth in that aspect, right? The wealth to me that I have, my greatest wealth is my family, my kids. That's the greatest wealth I can have in my life. More than any financial dollars and cents, right? But I want to be able to give my family the ability to have a little more enjoyment. But I talk to my kids, especially my son. I say to him, no matter how much money we have, you're still going to work. No matter how much money you have in life, you're still going to work. You may work differently,
I love
but your brain is going to be
Yeah.
working, and you're going to be learning how to work that money to make it more valuable.
Yeah.
Because if you think that this is going to be something where you're going to just not work anymore, you're going to live the life of Riley, whatever that word is, that's not going to happen. And if I find for 1 second that the money ruins the life, I'll burn it all. I said, if I ever felt for 1 second that this money changed who we are and it made us bad people, didn't give back, didn't help others, didn't make us better people.
Yeah.
If it made me a worse person or didn't allow me to give back in a way that was mind and body and pocket, then it's for nothing.
I heard on I was reading up on something a while ago, and they were talking about raising a kid and giving them too much money,
Yes.
how it's not good for them. And I loved what they said. They had an idea. They said, if you want to give to your kids a way to give to them while also instilling a work ethic, they said, how about having a thing? Let's say your kid makes $70,000 a year.
Yes.
And you say, if you make $100,000 for the year, you give me a tax return that shows you're making 100, I will double your income to 200. But yet you're giving your kid knows that they got
Incentive.
a 70,000. It's an incentive for them to actually do something, get a side hustle,
Yeah.
do something on the side, which I thought is like genius. It's not like, hey, free money, kids.
We're blowing up. We're going to read some of these things over here. 1 second,
Sure.
Mike. I apologize.
No,
Thank
you're
you
good.
so much. So Jay Machado, what's up, boys? XRP, baby. Absolutely. And Blazing Bandit, I haven't been wealthy either, but this year I retire my entire family, young to old. Amen and hallelujah. Blazing Bandit, you're going to actually do what you love, whether it's work or something else, you'll be good. My apologies. No, it just changes the pellet around. Be careful there. And Michael Hoffman, one thing that I've been thinking is the supply shortage due to the ETF gobbling up what's on the other. How will that play on price with XRP ending 2026? It's going to be volcanic is what's going to be 100%.
It's gotta be. That's what we're hoping for.
Hawaii Rider 2129. I think Michael Hoffman looks on the newer side. Please, Michael Hoffman, let us know where you're from. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's been a while if you have been. And Hawaii Rider, please let us know where you're from. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Buying Bitcoin at 15K. I watched 11 ETFs go through and the price take off in 2 months. The same thing will happen to XRP. Watch. Absolutely agree with you.
How many ETFs?
He said he had 11 ETFs go through and the price took off in 2 months. I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's
now
history.
Bitcoin's also a lot less. The supply's a lot less.
But it's not without.
But I think we're going to have more utility with the banking system. That's what I'm hoping.
Blazing Bandit, I agree. Kids need to be taught properly. Respect, responsibility, morals, all in all. I agree. Nelson Ortiz, thank you so much for joining us, Nelson. Everything I have set aside until 30 each, my grandchild. I love that. That's beautiful.
So what? 30 what?
Everything I have set aside until that 30 each, my grandkids. So I'm guessing he's putting things for each one of his grandkids. That's awesome. And Blazing Bandit, people around you, sorry, mistyped. It's okay, no worry, my friend. And I also can't read very well. Sometimes I mismouth over here with the words. And Michael Hoffman says, WV, West Virginia's in the house. That's beautiful. We love knowing you guys are from. And the fact that it's getting exciting. It's getting exciting because we're living through something. How many of you guys out there have talked to your friends or your family and it's like crickets? They think you're crazy. They don't want to listen. They don't want to get involved. And you're so like the Kool-Aid man talking about it, right? And it's kind of like, it's weird because here, I told Valerie, my wife, I said to her, people don't like to buy things when things are down. The fear and greed index we talked about before.
Yeah.
And around the fear and greed index might be at 26 or something.
I think it's 10.
Is it 10 right now?
The other day.
Okay. No one wants to buy when the fear.
It's the best time to buy.
Best time to, I said, that's what I said to her. I said, you know, all these super wealthy people, like Warren Buffett, all these people, They didn't buy when the market was going bananas. When the crash happened, they had all that money on the side and they bought. And then they held for 5 or 10 years and they became billionaires. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
We have to learn from others on how they became millionaires and billionaires, because we ourselves, if we watch other people who are smarter or wiser, more experienced in how to make money, they always talk about buying when things are down, and this is the time to do it. Blaze and Bandit, I don't think the token supply will be an issue when all the businesses and institutions start buying and are all in. I agree with you 100%. And Triple Nurple says blank stares. Yeah, blank stares is exactly what it is. Blank stares. They look at you like you are absolutely bananas. My closest friends, who I love and adore, one bought when it was like $3, and he gives me shit about it all the time. Sorry, my language. He gives me crap about, oh, I spent $1,000 and it went, I've lost everything, whatever. I'm like, listen, that's what I said to him. I said, you know what? Here's $1,000. Give me what you bought. I'll give you $1,000. Give me what you bought. No. I go, no, give it to me. I don't want you to think you lost. I literally said to him, I said, I'll buy it for $3 right now, so you can give me your shares, your coins. You don't lose anything. All set. No problem.
Let's keep a friendship.
Because my friendship's more important, absolutely. But I have other friends, and I don't know if they're watching and listening. Some do, some don't. I've got some clients who real estate clients of mine, who've been investing and learning and listening. And I've got a client of mine who bought a lot between 275 and 3. And he said, okay, I'm gonna have to come live with you. We joke about it, but he knows, he's convicted. He knows what's happening.
You know what I love, Dave? I love the fact that you just got your landscaper involved.
That's right.
I heard you talking to your
I'm going to be paying my landscaper $850 in XRP. He's super excited about it. Let's see.
Awesome.
We got, all right. Hawaii Rider, just in case, I'm from the island in the middle of the sea, right by the beach. It's 84.5 degrees right now.
Boom!
Hawaii Rider, I love it. I'm proud of you. I want to be right next to you.
Oh, so he's near Crypto Sensei, huh? He's out in Hawaii.
He's absolutely Hawaii. Well, Hawaii Rider, I would hope so.
Oh, my daughter was just on the Big Island last week or two.
Summer?
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Skunk Anonymous, thank you so much for joining us. Let us know where you're from. Everyone decides to get in the game in the eighth or ninth inning. That's exactly what happens. Yeah. And then they expect it to go to Mars. And it might go to Mars anyway, but the point is, where are they buying it and what are they making and how much can they buy it at?
Yeah.
And Danielle James, 6230, everyone I've advised to buy XRP declined to do so, as they will be very sorry when the $70 per coin.
Yeah, then they're going to call you lucky. Let's get that straight.
No, then they're
it's going to be, that was a she, right?
Yeah, Danielle, or Daniel. It could be Daniel.
Daniel.
James. I'm sorry.
All right. So you're going to be called lucky, though, Daniel. That's the bottom line.
Or what's going to happen is when I want to borrow money from you, because you're going to be the rich person. You're going to be the rich friend.
Yeah.
And we don't want to have that happen. I told my friends in advance, I said, don't come borrowing, asking me for money, because I'm not going to give it to you. Mm-hmm. I literally said, I'm not giving you money if I hit it, because you were told in advance what can happen. Michael Hoffman, no one understands. I feel like I'm awake to what's coming in the digital world. We will need digital currency. Absolutely. And Blazing Bandit, remember, Ripple can sell the escrow before it gets unlocked too.
Elon Musk said.
That could be
the key. Elon Musk said.
Yeah.
I just heard, he just said within the next 20 years, there will be no such thing as cash. You will not see currency. It will all, it won't be that way.
I agree with you. We go tissues. We do not sleep on XRP. They've had legal clarity before XRP, and XRP and XPR are already on partnership. The XPR has been given all the U.S. credit. I think it's XRP she means, or he means, if it's spelling back. So I think it's XRP they're trying to say, has been given all U.S. credit unions. Blazing Ben, I'm sorry, just got to hold tight. Generational wealth was not supposed to be easy. Joe Booty. I like that one. Thank you for joining us, Joe Booty, and please let us know where you're from. I love XRP, but don't wear the swag. You got it covered. We like to have the swag for the show. We don't wear it on the outside world because, God forbid, right?
Dave sends me a picture every Monday or Friday.
What swag? I love that.
Which one am I wearing?
Can't complain here, says Blazing Bandit. Still in the shirts and shorts. I'm in Alabama. I love it. Love Alabama.
Shorts. I'd love to wear shorts right now. We're 15 degrees here right now.
We're freezing our
15
cushies,
degrees.
Connecticut. Ice weather. Slim Casavad Doug. I'm gonna just call you Slim. Cheap viewers. Oh, here we go. Here's a guy who has nothing better to do. Slim. All right, Turple Nurple. They're going. It says they are going to gift the escrow to government as soon as they get the Fed license. And Blazing Bandit, I agree. And Elon is extremely smart. He's a very smart guy. Absolutely right. Joe Booty. I told my coworker 4 years. Hold on. Jumping it fast over here. Hold on. I apologize. WeGo Tissues. No, sir. XPR Proton is on equal footing with XPR. Please look into. You will thank me later. Okay. I'll definitely look at the XPR. Thank you for throwing it out there. We appreciate that. Joe Booty. I told my coworkers 4 years ago. 4 years every summer to buy XRP. XRP was 28 cents to 40 cents then. I told everyone over and over to the point I know I was annoying. I could retire now if I wanted to in Puerto Rico. Love it. You know what? It's all about those exact things. It's our friends, our families, people. You want to say something before I interrupt you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's long gone, brother.
You sure?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Blazing Bandit, I used to live in New Jersey, not far from Connecticut. I know all about the snow. But you're smart. You moved out of the cold and into the warm.
Alabama, right?
Alabama. Yes, you got to say like that. Alabama.
Did you get the accent? I'm just curious. Did you get that accent from Alabama once you got down there?
I think when you're down in the South, you got to kind of start talking like the South. You kind of comes that drawl kind of thing just starts happening, you know? Like,
you think you would?
I think for sure.
I no, it's interesting. I did a mortgage years ago for a that worked at Yale.
Yes.
And he was a linguistics professor.
Yes.
And he said, you will never keep an accent if you move after puberty. So if you're from France and you come to America and you move before puberty, you would actually keep the French accent. But if you came after puberty, you would actually lose it. I thought that was interesting. I think that
is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Hawaii Rider, aloha. Have a great day. I'm going for a walk on the beach.
Oh gosh! All right, that's it.
Enjoy.
That's it. Let's close it down now.
And Blazing Bandit says, yes, sir, no accent. Skunk Anonymous says steak. Talking about staking. Staking is a great thing to have. WeGo Tissues is, I'm so blessed to have found XRP. I'm so happy to be a part of this community.
We are too.
Amen, my friend. Amen.
We're with you.
Triple Nurple, you want some sweet tea with that, honey? I love it. And Blazing Bandit, my woman's uncle said Alabama will never be the same. You know what? Let's say this. I would love to visit Alabama. By the way, someone was from Ohio earlier. Ohio was
purple?
No, is it purple? Hold on a second. It was Ohio? Hold on a second. Big game tomorrow. Triple Nurple. Ohio versus the Hoosiers, Indiana tomorrow. Big game. And let's see. Blazing Bandit, my woman's uncle. Oh, yeah, I read that. Sorry. Joe Booty. Madonna changed her accent somehow. You know, my sister changed her accent somehow too.
Yeah. And during the election process, Hillary did a good job changing her accent when she needed to, depending on the type
I think you mean not Hillary, but what's her
name?
I
meant Hillary.
Oh, yeah, Hillary. So did what's her name?
We don't even want to remember their names anymore.
Sir, could you imagine if she won? Where we would be today? Could you imagine?
Well, I'll tell you, the XRP wouldn't be anywhere.
Hold on a second. Can you imagine if President Trump did not win the election? Where in the world, where in the digital world we would be? We would be 100 years behind, literally. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable what God presents us. Jerry F10. You guys think it'll go to $10 by the end of the year? By then, I can buy my family all the Christmas gifts they need this year and want, LOL. And Skunk Anonymous says, do you believe there will be a legitimate opportunity? It's moving so fast over here. To stake and collect interest in the future once XRP, yes, would make sense not to sell. Would make no sense to sell off the asset, lose XRP, and pay taxes on it. So Jay Claver with Digital Wealth Partners, that's exactly what he's doing. So once we, you, me, all of us have an opportunity to be in that position, and we get to $1 million, he's going to change it. But
No, it was 50,000 XRP.
once we have 50,000 XRP or $1 million worth of assets,
I think it's a half. I think it's a half.
$500,000. At that point, you can put your XRP with Jay Claver and earn that. I mean, that's the end goal, right? The end goal is to own the XRP and live off of it. So it's important to listen to Jay Claver and what he does and what he's saying, because I want to learn, I want to think like a millionaire. I want to think and act like a millionaire so I can be prepared for it. And therefore, if I think and act like it and learn as much as I can, therefore what's going to happen is I'll be able to learn how to invest it correctly.
Yeah.
Right? That's all of us have to be in the same place. So to answer your question, Skunk Anonymous, absolutely. Turple Nurple, she is evil. Yep. And Blazing Bandit, I hear the 17th could nev the day we get the Clarity Act. Fingers crossed. Rocket fired. The countdown is on.
Yeah, Clarity would be great.
Skunk Anonymous, I like Jake. You can tell he's genuine. He's genuine is a man of good character. He really is.
Yeah.
His disposition, it makes you feel very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
As much as nervous you are, you listen, you come off that like roller coaster emotion. He kind of keeps you here and be confident. Yeah. And Turple Nurple has given us a thumbs up. Absolutely. You guys are awesome. I mean, this Friday night's been amazing just talking with you guys. And you guys make this show. So thank you so much for joining. And if you haven't before, please hit us with a like on the YouTube. And please, if you haven't done this already, please subscribe and share this podcast with your friends and family. People, or maybe not because they don't want to pay attention, or maybe send the podcast to them so they can hear about it because they have a chance to learn about it, right? Blazing Bandit quadrillions will be made this cycle. You need to think bigger, friends. You're right. You need to absolutely think bigger. Turple Nurple, Blazing Bandit at Turple Nurple, appreciate you. I love that. Look at the love in this room over here. I mean, this is what it's about. This community of people. We have love for each other. We're there for each other. We support each other, mind and body, because we need those pick-me-ups when the things are going wonky. At $2.02, we should buy more. If you take it out of 10 or 20 bucks and buy a few more, you're going to be doing better than you were yesterday. Let's see. Elizabeth Stump. But for most of us, XRP needs to reach $1,000 before we can live off the interest. So when will XRP hit 1,000? Maybe it's a year from now. Maybe it's 5 years from now. But at $2.02, I think you should continue buying as much as you can. It's not financial advice. But at $2.02, maybe you go and you spend about $100, you get 50 more. Or maybe you spend $1,000, get 500 more. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? You can definitely get more if you have the ability to invest in it. And you take the time, little at a time, middle of the time, whatever it is that you can do. Blazing Bandit, subscribe, like, and share. Let's all learn together. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Blazing Bandit. We appreciate that so much. And Turple Nurple, it's family. Absolutely. It's that whole, when I heard the XRP Army and XRP family, and it made me feel like I'm a part of something, because you feel like, again, in your own personal space outside of you and me, in the real, everybody we talk to, it's kind of like crickets. And it's crazy to know that we're a part of something so big.
So big. I would love to go down to Stable Cruise thing at Fort Lauderdale. I keep talking about that. It's $250.
Hey, if any of you guys listen to the Stable Cruise, great group of guys. I told you I'm in. I'm happy to go.
I know.
I got permission from Val to go.
No, do you?
Yeah.
She's been going off on your.
Is she really?
Well, no, she's not on the call, but I could see she's on text message. Her text message. She's got a whole thing going with Danny.
Well, she's letting you know that dinner is going to be ready soon, and I have to end the show very shortly. So when I get this,
I heard the last thing I saw was divorce. So do it quick.
And Blazing Bandit, use a DEX. Learn all you can as fast as you can. This is only happens once in a lifetime, one time. Yep. And Paul Zweck. 8272. I just want to hit $4. Then I'm good. Huh. Like Palsy must have like been buying it since it's 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. God bless you,
But
brother.
don't sell it all, Paul.
But don't sell it.
all.
Don't sell it at all. Just invest
sell
it
it
correct. I wouldn't sell it. I would save it and invest
No, you
it.
can sell some.
Some, maybe sell some. Blazing Bandit, very welcome. You guys help me make it a little smarter. You guys help me make me a little smarter every time I'm here, and I appreciate you guys and thank you for that great stuff here. Blazing Bandit, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me cry. I get emotional about this stuff because
He does. He's a crier. By
one
the
of
way,
the things
guys.
about
He's a
my
crier.
wife goes, "Why do you keep doing this?" I go, "Because in my heart, it's like a philanthropic thing to talk about this stuff with people who are not knowledgeable. Not that I'm so knowledgeable. I know this much. You know a lot more than I know, but if I can help the little bit that I know to share and help people out and get them the ability to change their lives.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your first car. Maybe it's your paying for your kids' college. Maybe it's the time to ability to retire and live off your wealth because you've earned it. You know, Purple Nurple's got, I see swords and a rocket ship. I think I'm trying to see the swords and rocket ship. Love it. And Skunk Anonymous says, sold off my entire portfolio aside from XRP. I moved everything else into commodities. I think those assets present the greatest opportunity for growth. Took 20% hit, but worth it in the long term. You know,
It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm a gold lover. I'm a silver lover. I'm an XRP lover. I can't say anything. I'm in that same mindset. You know, I mean, unfortunately, in Connecticut, there's certain states that have changed their ways, but I mean, it's a heavily taxed situation if you're selling commodities currently. I don't know where that's going to be if they make silver, you know.
I heard
silver and gold.
I heard that silver, as Jake said, the silver only goes so high because it'll be too expensive to use it in the future.
I've heard him say that. However,
Michael Hoffman, don't cry. XRP guys, don't cry. Blazing Bandit, not once in a lifetime, just one time you think Wall Street ever lets retail in first ever again. They will get smarter after not seeing this one sooner. We are front running everyone. Mm-hmm. Absolutely true. I don't know if anyone understands that. I understand it. And I believe what you're saying 100%. We Go Tissues, Ripple built Flare, so please grab a little bag. Flare is at Codius. Flare is the ultimate staking platform for XRP. Facts. Jerry
says F10. Ripple built Flare.
Ripple built Flare.
Ripple didn't build Flare. Hugo built Flare and used XRP and gave, you know, and working hand in hand. But I don't think Ripple built Flare.
Maybe, yeah.
I just didn't quite understand that.
That's okay.
That's what I'm asking.
Jerry F10. I'm just waiting for XRP to hit $10, and then Arch Lending put it on their platform, and then I can borrow against it. There you go. Short-term thought. I like that idea a lot. And pretty soon you're going to see this XRP in the banks. You're going to walk in the bank and they're going to be selling you XRP. You want to buy some XRP? Want to buy an ETF?
I'm waiting to like Jake's been talking about, and I've been saying it forever. There's no way they're going to make this all a taxable event for every time this XRP.
Hey, Siri, set timer 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes more before we got to go.
That's Jake's
otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. And I love this so much. It's hard for me to walk away. JoJo773 TV, use Axmail wallet, then DeFi through Strobe. I'm not sure what that is. Axman.
No, Zum.
Oh,
Zum
wallet. I'm
yeah,
sorry. The Zum wallet and Flare working, and I apologize.
No, I understand. I understand the Zum. Zum is the XRP direct. You can buy XR. It's direct with the XRP ledger. But I understand Flare is working hand in hand, but I don't think that they're not.
Maybe
Flare
we'll talk more about that in the next show.
Ripple.
We go to Ripple gave Hugo $100 million to build Flare.
I don't know that to be the case, but that's possible. But that's if that's true, they gave him seed money to build it, but it doesn't mean that
they own it.
It doesn't mean they own it. You know, it's just there's
a correlation there, obviously, because Flare is working with Ripple, and there's some ties. We know that you can wrap the XRP with Flare.
Right.
That we know.
Right.
Sure.
And we know that there's going to be so much that you're going to be able to do on the Flare network without a doubt. I'm a huge Flare lover. I've been in there since before Flare on the original drops and all that stuff buying.
How does it's pronounced Zamian?
They changed the name.
What-
The Zaman.
Zaman and Flair work together hand. Ripple gave you. Yeah, we got that. Okay. Making sure I don't miss any of the things are flying off the handle. We've got so many people following and watching and joining us over here. So thank you all for being a part of the show. It's Friday night. It is December what? December 5th? Is that right?
Yep.
Today is December 5th. I can't believe we are less than 25 days to New Year's, 26 days to New Year's. I mean, 2026 is going to be a year that's going to be life-changing.
How about 20 days to Christmas, Dave? You just totally left Christmas off.
Well,
Man.
I think XRP equals Christmas, right? XRP literally equals Christmas. We got a lot of people jumping up here. JoJo Supply Shock and Clarity Act then rockets up, and then early 2026 will be our time. You know what? Even if it's beginning, middle, or end. I mean, we're talking about the mindset right now that we all need to start thinking about how a millionaire thinks. So what are you going to do to invest it, and where are you going to put it? And like Mike said, you're going to take a little bit and spend and buy something. Maybe it's a house or something special, or but it's really thinking about how. That's why right now you want to buy as much as you can at $2 a coin. If you can buy 100 more, right? And if it goes to 1,000, oh my God, that's 100 grand right there. If I just quick math, right? Like that's your play money. If you buy 1,000 right now, I mean, this is where you got to think logically. How much can I buy right now at $2? Because I'm not going to do that again. At some point, it's going to flip of the switch, and it's going to be a volcano erupting. And oh my God, I have Don't be that person. We've all been there before. When do you guys? We go tissues. When do you guys go live, or is it just random? Actually, we go Mondays and Fridays. We go live. Thank you for asking. Typically around the 4:30 ballpark, 4:30, 5 o'clock ballpark, we go.
Don't lie. Val's watching now. She's on. Don't
Thank
lie.
God she's watching. Coming home soon, baby. Mondays and Fridays we go live around the 4 o'clock, 4:30, somewhere that 4 to 5 ballpark. And we try to end it by 5:45, especially on Fridays, which is 1 minute away. I want to thank you guys all for being on the show over here. Jerry F10, I'm on auto. Hold on. I'm on auto 10 a day on XRP from December to January. Let's see what my return will be. Amen and hallelujah.
Nice.
If I miss anybody, please forgive me. I'm trying to jump around over here as fast as I can. Let's see.
He's
I'm
coming
on
down.
auto 10. Yeah. By the way, I love the shirts. Thank you so much, Wego Tissues. Appreciate that very much. Michael Hoffman, glad you're bringing XRP out to the world. Keep it up. People need to adopt it.
Good. And
Thank you
Val
so
needed
much.
to hear that too. That was good. Perfect timing.
Thank you, Michael Hoffman. Much appreciated. And we all got to start sharing it together. Although you've been talking about it, we've been talking about it, and our friends and family don't pay attention to it. My father yelled at me when I talked about XRP or crypto. Yelled at me. You know what?
Recently?
This was in the last year.
Wow.
I just, Turple Nurple, great show. Guys, thank you so much. Turple Nurple, thank you so much. We love you guys. Really appreciate. Paul Z says the story no one is talking about. It's the Bitcoin top and ATL season is around the corner. All season. I'm thinking like February, everything's lining up. Amen. Hallelujah. Listen,
We agree.
happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. You are the Intro to Crypto. You are this podcast. If you guys ever want to come on the podcast, love to have you. You let us know. We'll make it happen. Look forward to seeing you on Monday between 4 and 5. If you subscribe, you'll get the alert. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom.